Hello and welcome to another Marriage Minute. My name is Rick and this is my wife Rebecca Porterfield.
Hey.
And the title of today's Marriage Minute is Message in a Bottle.
Yes. So, have you ever thought about when you first meet and like you're dating and you get married, how like usually people that we talk to are like, oh, we have so much in common, we're so much alike, and it seems that way when you first start out, and
Right.
You think you're alike in every way.
It's amazing. Guys will go watch Disney movies or things they wouldn't normally watch.
Right, and girls will even like be excited about helping him work on his car, and
Right.
these are just examples,
Right.
but
Early in marriage, it's early in relationships,
Yeah.
not just marriage. It seems like people are interested in just doing everything together. Then you
Right.
get married and life happens and, careers and bills and kids
Yeah.
and all these kind of things begin to pull at you.
Right. And it's not that you intentionally do it, but you start to drift apart. Life can pull at you and it causes you to drift apart. And eventually it can seem like you have nothing in common.
Right, Rebecca and I are two different people. Now, there are ways in which we're alike, but there are a lot of ways also in which we're different. Some of them are not so obvious how we're different.
Right. We have a
Yeah.
lot of different likes and preferences. For example, I like the beach. Rick prefers the mountains. Rick thinks Oreos are chocolate.
And
I
they
do
are.
not.
I think they are.
I do not.
Anyway, look at this bottle right here. We call this Marriage Minute Message in a Bottle. Look at this bottle. It's got half water and half oil is what's in here. And water and oil have some similarities. They're both liquid. They're both, you can see through water really well. Oil's kind of translucent. You can see through it a little bit. But they have some key differences too. And those key differences, what happens because of those is when they're put together, they won't just automatically mix and become one.
Right.
Okay? They won't do that. So you have to put a little effort into mixing them. And
Right.
we'll share more about that in just a minute.
1 Peter 3:7 calls out husbands to know their wife. It says to dwell with them according to knowledge. And then in Ephesians 5:22, it talks about, especially the Amplified, it calls out wives to adapt themselves to their husbands. So that's something both of us are called out to do to bring unity and to get close to our spouses.
Right, when people get married or in a relationship, like this oil and water, they may have some similarities, but the differences will keep them from automatically just becoming into unity or becoming one.
Right.
So just like with the oil and water, it does take a little effort.
Now, suppose you're focusing on your marriage. Okay, so what's going to happen here? We're going to use this bottle as an example. You're focusing on your marriage, and you're like focusing on your spouse, and you're doing things that you used to do when you first got together, and it just seemed effortless because you're like all mixed up.
Shaking is good.
So shaking the bottle causes you to mix up,
Yeah.
right? And that's focus, all right? But you're harmoniously blended, and it's awesome.
Yeah, look at the bottle here. It was all shook up just a second ago because I was shaking and I was making an effort.
Right.
And I stopped, and I don't know if you can see this yet. Yeah, you can see it on the camera. Look at the bottom, what's happening already. I stopped making an effort, and what began to happen? Separation.
Right. Think about it. All you have to do for separation to occur in marriage is nothing. Being one, being in unity doesn't just happen. It takes effort to get it that way and to keep it that way.
Yeah, you can get the oil and water so well shaken, so well blended. You can get two people so well blended into so much unity that it's really hard to tell them apart. They
Right.
think alike. They know what the other's thinking in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But if you set it down, if you stop making any effort, it may be even imperceptible at first, but separation begins.
Yeah. God has a plan for the success of your marriage. And, but we need to remember all that you have to do for separation to occur is nothing.
That's right.
Just put it down.
Right. So shake it up this week in your marriage.
Yeah. Shake it up.
Yeah, and stay with it.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching, and we'll be back with another Marriage Minute in the future.
Thanks for watching.